All right, it is June 3rd, 7:50 in the morning, 2014. Just for whatever reason. Um, as you can see, I got another bad hair day. One of these days it'll be long enough to cut, but it's not yet. I've got that weird relationship with my hair. If y'all don't know, I used to have the neck covered. Anyway, this is a terrible angle. That's better. Um, So this is the first week of school, and of course my schedule the first 2 days were completely blown out the water. Sunday just got away from me, which is not a big deal. I only have 2 hours of school scheduled on Sundays. Um, but yesterday I had a rare work emergency, so I didn't get much schooling done but a pre-assessment test. And today I actually was gonna get more work done around the garage and the office. So I'm going to see if I can split 4 or 5 hours of school up into a couple in the morning and then a couple in the evening. I don't want to get any farther behind than I am because any schooling that I don't get done during the week, I have to get caught up with on Saturday night, or more specifically Sunday, where I only have 2 hours scheduled as catch-up hours anyway. And the 2 hours are catch-up hours, and then I have the whole rest of the day to make up any other time. But who wants to spend all day of a Sunday sitting behind in front of a computer going to school? Um, I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter what day of the week it is, to be honest. My Mondays are not that much different than my Saturdays in terms of what I have to do other than take the kids to school, and that ends in a couple weeks. So the days of the week aren't necessarily as important, except for the fact that I really need to organize and schedule myself, which is something I never thought I would hear myself say. But because of my um, anxiety issues, I pace a lot, so I'm having to set up a second computer kind of synced with this one over here at my desk. So I've got my studio desk and my scheduling organizing desk over there to keep a calendar, and it's a lot to go through, but once it's done, it'll help. I think it'll really help. So I'm trying to balance making sure I get all this done. I've got a call with my mentor this afternoon, and so we'll discuss. I have some questions about getting back to the proverbial basics on my English. I took the English pre-assessment, and I kind of am exactly where I figured I was. The concepts I'm fine at, but I've disassociated over the years of what these concepts are called. So, they say, hey, what's this? I don't know what it's called. I can do it. I don't know what it's called. They'd say this, blah, 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 blah. What did he call this kind of thing? Yeah, I don't know what it's called. Even most of the basic thing. Which one's the adjective and which one's the adverb again? And the noun is a person, place, or thing. What's everything else? Pronoun is for yeah. It's just really the basics. I need to bust open a glossary of terms and sit there with an hour and study it. I think that may be something I do this morning. Is just get myself reminded about the most basic fundamentals of English, just so I remember what stuff is called. And they've changed something since I was in school. They use something called active voice. No one ever said nothing about active voice when I was in school. It was active and passive tense, I think is what they called it. Active voice. So what, are you yelling? So I didn't know. So there's just some of the terms I think have changed slightly, and so I'm just scratching your head. But it's an honest assessment, and I was pretty much right where I was. So at least the more I dive into this, the more I research is at least I'm a bit honest with myself so far about where my strengths are and where my weaknesses are. So I think that's been important. Um, Now, to end this particular one, I would like to say hello to my father. I appreciate the comments you left on that earlier blog post, um, and I want to know that I appreciate it. It is thanked. Um, it's an interesting non-relationship we have, and maybe we should change it. I don't know, uh, but every journey begins with a small step, and You know, we'll let nature take its course. Anyway, I do love you, Dad. Uh, anyway, that's it for today. I will, if we're lucky, I'll get a second one out tonight because this one's way late. Anyway, love everybody.